Arm. This is my movie room, my collection. I'm working on a rebuild for my music shelf and my games. I'm going to keep the top part for games, and below is going to be movies. I do organize my music A to Z, but I don't do that for my collection. I just group them the way I like it. Movies I like, I keep up top, and stuff like that. Movies I don't know might go in the garbage, I keep in the bottom. Like, I don't group them like horde and horde and combi, but for my music I do, and I needed space for my games, so I tried to salvage the shelf the best I could. This is my first build this year, and I think it looks a lot neater now. Because I used the spacers, I have cardboard first, like little spacers, but it wasn't giving me an accurate. One side's a little bit higher, one side's a little bit lower, so not quite accurate with paper, so I made a little wooden one. Sometimes there might be a warping issue with the boards because they're fairly cheap, so I might have to rebuy some boards at some point if they get too warped or something, but I think it's a fairly strong shelf now. And because I made a lot of mistakes with my first build, filled up a lot of little areas on the outside, especially. Inside is not so much important. I could paint it, but I think for now I'm kind of too lazy. I don't want to do that because only I would paint the sides and this part, and other shelves aren't painted, so I don't see the point of just doing one shelf and not doing the rest of them. But I do have a backing for this one, and I need to find backing for my other shelf as well. Just cardboard. So I'm not sure how much a wooden backing would be. 20 to 50 bucks, I think, at a Home Depot for like a very thin wood, or like a little bit stronger than cardboard, so I could paint it. But I don't have that kind of money to invest, because I would like to make 2 more shelves like this. And to start the whole shelf project over, I would need at least $50 plus a couple of packs of screws and whatever tacks they put onto it. So I bought these boards at first. They were $10 a piece, and then I found these cheaper boards. Then I went with the cheaper boards, and it's still about $50 to make it. So yeah, I just tried to patch up as many holes as I could with the wood filler that had a little bit left, and still need to patch up some more. But I got some tape around it holding the cardboard, so I'm not gonna mess with this one anymore. Most of the spacing looks pretty decent to me, so I didn't use a level or anything like that. So make sure this could slide in, this could slide in, this could slide in. And if you get more money, you could invest in better tools. All I could use right now is a better jigsaw, so I could cut these boards down, because I still need to make at least 2 more shelves in here. So top parts are going to be for NES games, then my music. Then the music floats over into this one. I don't know if I'll do spacers, but I might do one here just in case the wood's starting to warp a little bit. But we'll see if I will do that. If not, then I didn't nail that one in yet. So, but for now, I think this is going to be a fixed shelf. So if I paint the sides or not, it'll be another project. But for now, I'm not going to bother because it's one shelf. I would have to take the rest of them out and do the same thing to the other ones, and that's too much work. So as long as the shelves don't fall over and the bottom is fairly level as well, I could bring a level and double check things, but I don't need to be really picky. Just make sure there's enough gap on either end for a little bit of the music. So this is a little bit taller than a CD, so I'll have at least about that much, enough to pull out the music where your knuckles aren't cracking against the boards. You're not cracking your fingernails and all that. So I don't like when people make it super tight. They put it right butt against the top part, and you're like scrunching to get your disc out. And I don't like that. So I like to give a little bit of gap. So anyway, thanks for watching my shelf rebuild. I don't show you how I build it, just the finished part of it. And I'm gonna keep the top part empty for NES games. Whether or not I'll keep the spacer there, I'm not too sure, but thanks for watching.